Yo guys, it's Slyroh. You already know that today we are back playing some more Master Detective Archive for Rain Code. I'm here. I'm doing this. So for reference, I generally record two of these each time that I record, like two at a time, and then I wait a day and I record on my days off. But after the last one, which was my second one of the day, I gave it some time. I went, I recorded other stuff. I ate lunch, went to the gym, and I have so much time left in the day, and I was like, I need to finish it. I can't wait till tomorrow. You want me to wait till tomorrow? I can't do that. So we're here, and I don't know if this will be the final episode of this Mystery Labyrinth or if it's going to take two, but I'm finishing it today no matter what, because, oh my gosh. Let's just go.
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab.
Yeah.
In other words, the chief was the hitman's target.
And, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I have to assume that the chief maybe hired the hitman to do it? I don't know.
But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant.
Okay. I need a why so bad.
He did it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target. And the chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit?
He has to be.
Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder? He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either. But there's no other way.
I have to believe that Chief Yako had some reason that he felt that he had to do this. Maybe he was fully convinced that Dr. Wesker was working on homunculi and stuff like that, and just like really thought that he was like putting a stop to any sort of crazy research and, you know, solving the secret of Kanai Ward or whatever. Or if there's something else, I really don't know. But I have to believe that there wasn't like a bad intention. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So the enigma vampire is going to throw questions at you back to back. Press the correct button when you think you've got the correct answer. You'll take damage if you avoid all assailing assaults. Oh gosh. Alright, let's see. I guess Vivia, like, knows
the phantom
stuff.
Vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer.
Yeah.
Anything I do now might not matter. But I'll do it anyway.
So did Yako want to die, or did he purposely, like, not die to give us a chance to solve his murder? But he wouldn't know about our ability.
While the chief takes his final...
All I'm saying is that if he died immediately, we would not have access to the Mystery Labyrinth, and we would... Actually, no, we might have. Do Mystery Labyrinths open if the culprit is dead?
If Chief
I don't know.
Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
Hey, since with his life, my blade shall be his atonement.
Why would the chief send it? If he was the killer. Answer me, Yuma.
Why did Yako send the death threat? I don't know for sure. Make it seem like Doctor was in danger. No.
That's not the reason.
I have like a half a second. I'm just like, do I push or do I not? Okay. Alright, let's try again. Let's try again.
Why would the chief send it?
No, he didn't want anybody to stop him.
The killer.
But he wanted everybody to be there?
Yuma.
I hope it's just gonna go in like same order. Okay, yeah. Hey, not this one. Maybe the rule of three?
That's not the reason.
I didn't hit the button, so that is the reason. Okay, I can fast forward. Let's go. Okay. So, not that. Not that. But then this one? Oh. Huh?
That's not the reason.
I didn't hit Y the last time. That's super weird. Okay. I guess for some reason it read an input somehow of me hitting the button when I didn't. Interesting. So not this one. I'm not hitting anything. I'm not hitting anything here. I'm not hitting anything here. Just like I thought I didn't hit anything the first time. Wait, what the heck?
That's not the reason.
What's happening? Oh, maybe it's the... Did I try the first one? I didn't try the first one. Did I? Wait, what did I try?
The chief sent it. If he was the killer. Answer me, Yuma.
Shoot, I don't know what I've tried and what I haven't. Okay, so it was this one.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger,
Okay.
which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place.
How would he have planned all this out?
All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
But he didn't even know that we would be there, I don't think.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too.
Why did he want everyone there?
What's the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
I have no idea. This is all just completely guessing right now because I have no idea. Disguise. Oh, maybe do Insight Chaos. I think that one might be it. Yeah, because I think it's going to keep giving me a set of 3 options. So I think the second one is it. I kind of don't like this format for this because you don't know what the options are, and they're only thrown to you one at a time, and you have like 2 seconds to like actually pick one. I kind of wish that the options were laid out in front of me. Even if you put them on a time limit to see them back to back, or to see them all 3 at once would be really nice. Oh, that's not even it.
Chief couldn't have been thinking about that.
Is there gonna be a 4th option, or is it just always the first one? Dude, I'm just literally guessing at this point. This doesn't feel like it's going that much faster. Alright, so we'll try the first one again. That is it? There aren't normally any peacekeepers there? I thought there was some peacekeepers there usually.
Because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
Okay.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Interesting.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I guess Chief Yako would have gotten there before us. So I was like, because remember we got there and the peacekeepers were talking about an intruder that like happened, and then Yomi showed up saying about an intruder. Was Chief Yako that intruder? I guess it must have been. I guess for some reason in my mind I was assuming that like they came after us, but that is not necessarily the case.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
What's next?
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab.
They sure did.
You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the Peacekeepers will see us.
Yeah.
I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
Yeah, so he went out, was able to blend in, and then was able to get in position.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
No. That one could have been the hitman. Yeah, okay. There we go. Hey, I got one, like, legitimately right this time.
The chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it. So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job. He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
So, if the chief murdered and did not actually want to get caught, was he trying to frame us all for some reason? Like, it would be like a huge turn, but like, logically, I guess it could make sense.
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start.
That also, I remember wondering, like, how you would know that anybody was going to get inside the lab or anything like that and understand the abilities, but Chief Yako knows everybody's abilities. Maybe not all of ours, but everybody else's abilities.
He used us to break through the security so he could
He was just betting that we'd be able to figure it out. I still want a clearer picture of everything.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte. The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like he didn't know all the intricate details of everything that was going to happen, but he trusted that we'd be able to figure it out.
He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their Fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder!
But he didn't get away with it. He did it knowing that he was gonna die, I think. Yeah, because why else would he hire the hitman? If he really thought that he was gonna, like, live and just didn't know about the toxic gas or whatever, then he wouldn't have gotten, like, stabbed and whatnot. So he was planning on dying all along.
Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all! Master, grab that coward and... Enough!
Also, how much information about the doctor's, like, security and whatnot is, like, publicly available? Because, like, how much did the chief, like, plan? Because, like, that lab was, like, you know, in Amaterasu headquarters and, like, a secret lab, right? So it's not just shown to everybody, and, like, the details of it, of inside, is not that known. So did he just sort of, like, get everybody to arrive there and then figure out a plan once he got there? Oh, that would explain the map of the place, I think. Didn't he have a map with him? Maybe he did make a plan while he was just there. Because it's not that much that you would be able to, like, pre-plan.
Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything. Even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him. So, why? Why did you do it?
I really hope we get some sort of answer.
this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me! Or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead.
Oh, is he gonna stay alive just long enough to tell us why in the real world?
Watch out!
I wonder.
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding, but that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face.
Yeah.
He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found. So, he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it. Almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
eliminate the chief?
Oh, wait, yeah, that's not gonna work. As soon as we do that, he's dead. We can't go into the real world and, like, ask him. Duh. We're never really gonna get an answer about this?
Are you really going to do this?
Like, logically it makes sense, but narratively, I'm left wanting more.
After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die. But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door.
Maybe Vivia or I could use the, spectral projection and, have the chief just, like, randomly talk to us again. Which, like, logically wouldn't make sense, but I kind of would want that to happen at this point. I feel like I need a little bit more of a why from the man himself. Or at least be able to figure out why.
Bury him in the name of truth.
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
So, I remember, I was saying before, I think, I was like, oh, we're basically an accomplice for the doctor's murder, and then once we finish the mystery labyrinth, we are also responsible for Chief Yaku's murder. But, like, no, I guess it was, alright, I guess it was, like, his own doing. I was like, we actually killed him the moment that we had Almapel go into the toxic gas chamber, and he was just on top. But I guess that's almost he would be more at fault for making that decision himself, more than us doing anything to him. I don't know.
I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
And that's why I wouldn't hide it. In hindsight, it actually does make sense. I think this is like, except for Vivia being the culprit himself, this is like the only other scenario that could play out where I think it makes sense that Vivia really would want to protect this truth, because this truth is just shattering everybody. And when we report this back to everybody else, it's going to shatter them too.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time.
Oh?
But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I feel like Vivia probably could have just done a better job of buying time more if the chief was going to end up dying eventually. And then once he's dead, once he's dead, I don't know if we can enter the mystery labyrinth or not. Not that Vivia would know about that, but still. He could have like wasted more time probably.
Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone.
Yeah, not in this case.
Neither the chief nor you.
Master, you've You've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
You did say that. So this, even more so, gosh, I need to remember, like, the chapters in order. But, like, you know, there was the one with the 3 girls where it's just like, are they really all that bad? You know, did they need to, like, die for what they did? I'm blanking. For some reason, I'm blanking what the last one was. But, like, this one is just, like, this power is just, like, are we doing good? Are we even doing, like an overall, like, good things? Like, we're solving crimes, but we're, like, also killing people in the process that, like, do they deserve to die? You know, it's sort of like a moral question that has been brought up from the beginning, but, like, with each case, it's more and more starting to seem like I don't know if using this power is even worth it for Yuma anymore.
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be.
I was racking my brain. I finally remembered. The last chapter was the whole resistance thing with the swimmer guy. That one didn't drive that point home as much, but still.
Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue, if you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the Chief's soul called out to us?
Mm-hmm. What did it say?
The truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must
Chief said it himself.
face pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
So we're definitely not having, like, a God Shinigami section. Are we even having, like, the death or the final denouement or anything as well, like putting everything together? I mean, I feel like it would make sense to, but also, like, this could just end at any moment.
You signed a pact with the Death God and your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the Chief, then I will lend a hand. I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high, because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako.
So this is what we gotta do.
Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Man, I really, really would want some more, like, closure as to, like, why this could have happened. I really hope we get something. Like, why the doctor specifically? That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing I want to know is why the doctor specifically. I don't think I need to know that much about anything else. But why was he... Here we go. Okay. I was like, why did he specifically need to kill the doctor? I think that's my only real main question. And that definitely is something that could still come up even after the Mystery Labyrinth is done. So we shall see. Alright, so we got Amapao. We got a knife. And the intercom. Alright, so where's the secret lab located? Not there. Death threats. What is this one? How's Dr. Wesker communicated with? I mean, that could be the intercom, but the scenes around it don't really seem very intercom-y. I don't know, I'll try and put it there. Okay. Wasn't sure. Alright, so we got a knife and Amapal. Culprit hide. Culprit used to get past security. That's Amapal, I'm already on it. Okay, let's put the knife somewhere. Power's used in the panel room. Oops. A weapon, there we go. Alright, so we got, let's see, we have Peacekeepers. Whoops. Amaterasu Corporation is, I think, the first one. Right? It's like, where is it located? Okay. So we got Peacekeepers and decontamination device, which there was, and also Peacekeepers. Okay. Boom. And then where did the culprit hide? We already saw that. Right here. Alright, we have Fubuki's power, and then Fink. Alright, I think Fubuki's power is the next one. Because it's going to be whose power was used in the panel room. Yep. Okay, so then what here? Who killed the culprit? That would be Fink. Although, I don't even know if you can even say that Fink killed him because he's dying to the toxic poison, so... I mean... I don't know legally how that would work. You know, if a situation like this were, like, real, would Fink have committed a crime? I'm sure there's, like, something, you know, like stabbing, like assault or whatever. But, like, that might be it? Like, I don't know. And then... Wow, what a flattering picture for who is the culprit. Crazy. Mystery unraveled. Sure is. Wow. What a wild ride.
Step right up, step right up.
I wasn't sure if we were going to do the sequence.
Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives. 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters.
Yeah.
Truth bombs are about to be dropped.
The deduction denouement.
Denouement.
I forgot what that first word was.
The victim in this case is one Dr. Wesker.
Yep. Oh.
This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ.
Uh-huh. What about the person that he was emailing? I mean, could that be Yaku? Is that somebody else? I have no idea.
He was
I don't remember the
totally
timeline of
hermit
everything.
in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Hmm.
Yeah, with that out of the way. Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
How did he infiltrate it? Did he also dress up as a peacekeeper? Or was that just after the chaos he was able to come in?
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
Weren't we only able to get in because Makoto, like, unveiled his face to get through, like, a face scan? Like, how did everybody else just get in here so easily? Is there, like, a side entrance?
You see, the master detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all. The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Makoto at the same time.
Yeah.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
Yeah.
I was rescued by Desuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab.
It's so weird just seeing like the culprit and not saying like Chief Yako when like he's like right there. Usually I feel like the culprit is like more, it isn't like as blatant in these like lead up things. But it's just like right there, like he doesn't have a name anymore.
The power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber.
Man, what if we had found some other way to like get into the lab?
Lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us.
Like, what if I awakened a forte of being immortal and I went in myself and like solved like all the security, you know?
But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
This whole the doctor's in danger spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick.
Okay, this is another weird part. We would have never even went into the lab if the doctor didn't make a scene about like, oh, who are you? He was planning an escape. Chief Yako had to have known about this escape attempt then.
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
But that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap. That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies. He really got you there, Master.
I don't see why you're so happy about it.
Anyway, probably because it didn't actually happen.
The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing.
Sure did. Threw me off.
Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Amapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas! Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
Next
Such a wild thing to like have happen.
high voltage shocks! One wrong move, and it was insta-death. But thanks to that sheltered scheme, we got all the continues we could want.
He was really counting on Amapel not being able to take volts of electricity, because if Amapel could, and we could have like moved even without that, he would have just died right then and there.
So we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally breached!
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result. The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilled blood. On to the next thing. Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's lab, Amapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch.
Yup.
And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Amapal can't follow any new commands while it's on.
I still can't believe that the chief crawled over the door instead of just going around it.
Then the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Gramps was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Then the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered.
Mm-hmm.
They knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
Yeah.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with the toxic gas, so death was inevitable.
Sure was.
However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
Mm-hmm. There's still just a couple things.
The killer completely trusted in the master detective's capabilities.
Mm-hmm. He had so much knowledge about how everything worked.
They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor.
He knew way too much about the doctor's security stuff.
But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
Also that.
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska, and even included his own death in the plot.
Are they both gonna do...
It was you!
I was just gonna say, are they gonna do the pointing thing? Wild. Absolutely wild. This has been quite a journey.
I will expose the truth.
Yep. Truth is exposed.
But why?
Why indeed? I want to see if I can ever get to a spot or save. Okay. One of these times I'm gonna save and end off the episode.
Chief,
Or next time I see like an autosave
why?
that doesn't go into a cutscene.
Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Oh, this is the part where with the awful audio balancing.
Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth.
She gets so much enjoyment out of this.
Star the shining rainbow, glorious stellar slyroh.
And boom. This is different. And there he goes. Alright, there was the autosave, and I'm not sure if this is a cutscene or not.
Master's naivety
It's not.
must be
All right.
wearing off on me.
So we're going to end it off here. We have finished the Mystery Labyrinth. I'm hoping that we get a little bit more information as we wrap everything up. Just in terms of maybe whatever his relationship with the Doctor was, or how he would know all this information. Why he planned to kill the Doctor at all. And that's mostly it. And I wonder if any of that information will lead into whatever Chapter 5 is going to be. Chapter 5 has got to be wild. I do know that there's 6 chapters, but if I had to guess about how this game is going to be formatted, I think whatever sort of Mystery Labyrinth type thing for Chapter 6 is going to be, is probably just going to be the end. So, I mean, I think next one is still going to be like a quote-unquote normal Mystery Labyrinth, and then Chapter 6, who knows, it could have special circumstances. So I don't know if any of this information is going to lead into whatever happens there. I don't even know what to expect at this point, but I am looking forward to finding out. So hopefully you have been enjoying and are looking forward to more. So let me know. But I'll see you in the next time. So till then, peace out.